Coach, thank you for joining us on the call this morning. You can just give us your thoughts on the conference opener against ECU. And again, another bye week, second in 3 weeks. Your plans for the open week as you get ready for the Thursday night game against Memphis.
Thank you, Chuck. Good morning. Feel very fortunate. This past week, thought we played well. Really happy with the way we played. You always get concerned after a bye. I mean, the byes are good because it gets you some rest, but you don't know how you're going to come off the 2 weeks. But I was really pleased with the way we played in all three phases. I thought we played well. Defensively, did a really good job getting them off the field. So I was really pleased with that. I thought we played really well on offense. Malcolm is running our offense at a high level right now, and so pleased with the way he's running the offense and throwing the football. And I thought we played well on special teams. So just encouraged by what I saw Saturday. It's as good of a overall complete game that we played at our home stadium in a long time, so that was encouraging to see. But we're looking forward to this bye week. Get us rested up a little bit as we know we get ready for Memphis, who's picked to win the West. So we know how good they are. Coach Norvell is he's not a really good football coach. Got a ton of respect for him and his staff. And, Mike's done a really good job there over the years. So we're looking forward to this game. It's going to be at their place Thursday night. They'll have a good crowd there. We have a lot of kids from Tennessee. And so it's going to be an exciting game. We're excited about our last win, but we know that we have to move forward and we have to, be better if we, going to have a chance against this team that's Memphis team that's playing really well this year too.
We'll take questions now for Coach Ken Niumatalolo. Please hit *1 on your telephone keypad, and then the operator will introduce you.
We have a question from Tom Shanahan with News and Observer.
Hi, Coach. Could you talk about two players, both their performance against East Carolina and then just development overall? First one, Elandon, his defensive game, and then C.J. Williams catching those passes.
Well, I thought Elandon played really well. He played, came off the bench, but he actually played a lot of snaps. But I'm really, really pleased with the way he played defensively. Also played well in special teams. He's a senior. He's a great kid. He works hard. He's a great leader on our team. He leads by example. He works really hard, extremely hard, and because of his work ethic, he's a great example to other guys. And you really pull for guys like that just work hard all the time. And he's seen great results on the field, and really happy for him. And also with CJ, another steady guy that's had a great game. Not only caught the ball well, but also blocked well. He's a complete back for us, so we're really happy about him. He's a guy who can run the ball, he can catch it. He's been moved into our starting punt returner. I thought he did a really good job in that. But as you said, he did a really good job of catching the ball, and really complete football player, great young man, and we're going to need for him to continue to finish strong and have a great rest of the season, especially against Memphis and the rest of our games. Hopefully we can continue to have some success, and CJ and Elandon will be a big part of that.
Okay, and then for those, I think you mentioned earlier that you told Malcolm you were going to leave him at quarterback this year. He didn't have to worry about going back and forth. For those of us who don't cover you all the time daily, can you talk about that process of locking him in at quarterback and maybe what development you saw this year, especially those two touchdown passes?
Well, I just thought last year, obviously he's a very athletic kid and probably thinks run first before pass, but he's probably got a little bit more of that mindset. And we knew he's athletic and we're an option team, and so put him at quarterback. We're like, we'll put him there, but he could also play slot if we needed to and stuff like that. But I think it's hard, just going back as reflect on the year, just thinking it's hard to be the quarterback if that's your mindset. Playing quarterback's a totally different deal. You're the leader of the offense. People look to you, and you can't be thinking, hey, I'm going to be here at one position and another, the next position. You got to lead the offense. And so that's, we made that decision in December, coming back for January, the next season, he knew coming back that he's the quarterback. We're not switching him. He's going to be our guy. We're going to, revolve the offense around him. And that gave him great confidence, but allowed him to work on things that he needed to improve on. We hired Billy Ray Stutzman from Hawaii to help, him in his passing and helping our passing attack. And I've just been really pleased with him. He's accepted and embraced that role. He's a humble kid, more quiet and reserved. And so, leading vocally is not always his deal. He's more of a lead-by-example type of kid. But you can see the leadership in him, taking more of that on, being more outspoken about certain things. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. But I've been really pleased with the way he's played, but also the way he's led our team.
And I know 2 touchdown passes.
Were those
played?
Tom, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just want to try to keep it to one follow-up, just because we do have a few other people in the queue and want to try to stay on schedule.
Sounds good.
Okay,
thanks,
thank
Coach.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Evan Barnes with Memphis Commercial Appeal.
Coach, the last 2 years, you guys have had some great back-and-forth games with Memphis. Does that kind of help in your preparation, knowing how tough Memphis has played you guys the last 2 years, just with what you kind of expect from them, knowing what Thursday's going to be like?
Well, just knowing, they're I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember the overall wins in our conference, and I think them and Temple are 1 and 2. So, their history is well proven. How the great job since Coach Fuente was there, and obviously Mike has just continued that and done great things there. And so I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. You see all the guys that go to the league from Memphis, but they continue to recruit really good players. So athletically, we know that they're going to be as good as anybody that will play all year. And coaching-wise, I believe this. Mike Norvell is as good as any football coach in the country. He's innovative. He's bright. He adjusts well in games. He's hired a good staff. And like you said, our games against them have been always tough, and we don't expect anything differently. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to play our best to even have a chance to win. We're just now kind of getting into that preparation, but I know watching some of the early games, as they played, just impressive, to be 3-0, beat an SEC team to start off the year. It just kind of shows, where that program is right now. They're an elite football program in our country.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Ronnie Woodward with the Greenville Daily Reflector.
Hey, Coach, just a quick question for you. The 2 passes Malcolm Perry missed on Saturday, those had open receivers and probably could have gone for a touchdown if he connected. Just quickly, was that about as perfect as a game as he could have, or at least kind of close to it?
Yeah, we obviously would love to have, complete those passes, but I thought he was just on point just with running our offense, getting us in the plays that we want, getting the ball to who needs to get it, being smart with the football, don't turn the ball over, take care of the football. Just really pleased right now with the way he's operating, the command of the offense. And when your quarterback plays like that, everybody else feeds off it. The O-line feeds off it. The skill guys feed off it. Our team feeds off it. And so he's just operating at a high level right now, and hopefully that continues.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
I'll take one final question for Coach Niumatalolo, please.
Our final question comes from Dan Totoro with wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Doing well. Just to kind of go off of what you've been talking about here, just the start for the team this season and what you've seen from them. I know the last couple of years you wanted to see Navy play Navy football, as you had stated. Do you feel that that's happening right now, early on here in the season?
Yeah, and I won't even say the last couple of years, because really last year, because even like the year before, we're a field goal away. We're a couple plays, maybe 2 or 3 plays away from winning 9 or 10 games. So it was more so last year. I just feel like it wasn't Navy football. But I'm really encouraged by what I see. I'm encouraged by the way we're playing in all 3 phases. Our kids are playing hard. They've bought in. They've bought into what we're doing. And I'm just pleased right now with the way we're playing. But I also recognize in this game and in sports, everything's week to week. So if you start patting yourself on the back, or if you start, reading your press clippings or things like that, the penthouse and outhouse aren't very far away in sports. So you just got to continue to keep grinding, see the stuff that you're doing well, hopefully continue to improve on that. Things that you aren't doing as well, improve on those things too. It's just, you never stop. You got to continue to keep pressing forward. It's a daily deal. But right now, Dan, I'm encouraged by where we're at to start the season.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Coach, thanks so much for your time today. We will talk to you again next Monday.